Okay, so the first round I don't think worked out, so the stream cut out. But this is take 2 of GrowSeattle, and welcome to the Grow Lab Garden. I'm Scott. I'll be your host today. So today on the docket we have the Shiitake Mushroom log and the compost bin. We'll do some germination updates, new plant updates, cuttings updates. We'll do some new cuttings. We'll do some individual plant updates, and we'll plant some new things. Let's see here. We have some seeds that we had soaking. These are the red sunflower seeds to be a companion to this sunflower seed, or sunflower. This sunflower came from outside, from under our bird feeder, and it just was one of the seeds that fell out of the feeder, and it started to send out a root. So I just picked it up off the ground because it wasn't going to be able to grow there, and brought it inside and planted it. It's got kind of a shallow planter, so it's never going to be a huge plant. But that is good because we don't need a huge sunflower. So they say, I looked up online, and I think this is a black oil sunflower, and they're supposed to get between 2 to 5 feet. So this is about 2 feet. But he's looking pretty good. He has a little bit of drying out in the leaves, but that I think is just because he's got kind of a small container and not necessarily the best conditions. I've been adding a little bit of soil and different amendments, like I added some coffee and plant food and things like that. We have our sweet peas soaking, and I think I'm going to try to just get them to germinate in water, but they have swollen quite a bit, probably about 50%. These are rhubarb seeds that are getting ready to plant. And then we have some cuttings from outside in the garden. And there are some little greenness, little spots of green. This is a hardy kiwi. I always want to say hardy fig, but it's a hardy kiwi. And it's got some green coming. Green. So it's got quite a few leaf buds. And then we also have in here somewhere, I don't know where it went. There it is. This is what I think is a kind of wild raspberry. It's more of an ornamental, but eventually it'll have some thorns, but they're not too bad for thorns. And it's really fast growing, easy to take cuttings, I'm sure. We have some kind of ivy that was growing on our fence that I pulled off because I don't want it growing on our fence. We'll try to get that going in multiple cuttings. And we have this guy here, the mother of this plant. I feel like this stream keeps cutting in and out. I don't know what's going on, but we'll have to deal with it. I put my coffee in the wrong spot. Okay, so this is the mother of this plant, and it doesn't really look like it because this has some slight serration. This does not yet have any serration, but the reason why I think that is the mother is because that plant was found beneath this plant, and this one, I'm not sure what the name is, but maple over there. A hardy kiwi. But you can see here that these are the mature leaves and these are the not mature leaves. And then these are the really, really not mature leaves. So you can see a similarity. So I'm thinking that as this develops, that eventually it'll get to be more like this. And I didn't pull off any leaves. It only had that many leaves. But I put it under a cup just to give it a little bit of humidity because I didn't pull it, and when I pulled it, it was out of some, not like super compact soil, but not loose. So I pulled and broke the root. So, but I think that's kind of cool. I like the concept of having the mother plant and the baby plant. So, put that guy back. Put his jar back on him. Oh yeah, that's cool. This celery is really, really, really started to open up and become really nice and green. I don't know if you can see it right there next to the sunflower. Should be able to. And here we still have our snow pea. It's still looking good. Just let that soak. And I just want to keep letting those seeds develop. I think it will, although I'm not sure. It's got some light to go. Yeah, this stream keeps freezing, and I don't know why. So